And here at the police department, you will also notice these two patrol vehicles. The one right behind me, well, that's Officer Baxter. Many people are wondering if this down power line here at Merrill Park Drive is to blame. Duke Energy just gave me an update telling me that their problem is a feeder line that was severely damaged by these down trees. And firefighters will be out here for most of the evening, keeping an eye on hot spots like this one, making sure they don't flare up and spread to these nearby homes. I would have to move within my allotted time, but then find another spot at least 500 feet away. Take a look. Right now, teachers unions only need 30% of teachers to be paying members, but this bill would require them to have 50% of teachers. And when I asked Lynx if it was still in use in December, I was sent an email that stated as needed. But when I came downtown to headquarters in January, I was given a different story.
Sierra Putman is live for us right now. And Sierra, you've been trying to ask the comptroller why this woman was hired since last week.
And today I asked Comptroller Phil Diamond not only why she was hired, but why she still has a job. And in a nearly 20-minute interview, he defended his employee and put part of the blame on Orange County for not being more transparent.
I think the county did not provide good information, and I think as a result, the county has placed us in an awkward position.
Orange County Comptroller Phil Diamond says his office knew Karen Peters was under investigation when it hired her, but says his office didn't have the details or know how serious it was. This 31-page investigation says she improperly took and shared a picture of a UCF intern. It was shared in this sexually charged Facebook Messenger conversation in which she also sent pictures and video of herself performing a sex act at her desk.
This is disgusting. This is wrong. We were appalled.
But not appalled enough to fire her. Peter's old boss was demoted after the report. His yearly base pay dropped by more than $7,300. Peter's pay increased by nearly $5,000 because she resigned mid-investigation and accepted the comptroller's office job. Diamond's office didn't know the details up front, but got them during Peter's new hire probationary period. He could still fire her, no questions asked, but he decided to put her on permanent probation instead, in part because she has hard-to-find technical skills.
With second chances comes responsibility, and the responsibility is knowing that you're walking on a very thin edge, and if you don't behave, you're going to be terminated instantly.
Why should taxpayers be paying for this employee?
Well, I think, like I said, she's somebody with very valuable skills. She's somebody that is doing a good job.
And the comptroller says in light of what happened, his office will no longer hire someone that is currently under investigation. Instead, he says his office will hold off until it can review all pertinent facts about a new hiree. Reporting live in Orange County, Sierra Putman, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Sierra, you're live to show us what the new technology is looking for there in Winter Park.
Well, these monitors are looking for this. Yes, your license plate, and using that to determine how long you stay in one spot.
Well, people just don't come here to get a shoe shine.
Scott Whitehead has seen a lot after more than 3 decades shining shoes on Park Avenue.
Sometimes they want to hear your honest opinion.
From his perspective, one of the reasons parking is a problem is because shop and restaurant workers use these spots instead of the employee parking lot.
It's not the people that's coming in and out. It's the employees that's parking here for 8 hours.
In October, the city said police were going to crack down on people staying parked for longer than the posted 3 or 4 hours, issuing $25 fines. It spent $35,000 for these monitors on top of parking enforcement vehicles. They scan license plates to track how long a vehicle is parked in one spot. From October 1st, 2018 to February 11th, 2019, Winter Park PD issued 1,130 tickets. That's 124 more tickets than during the same 4-month period the year before. 195 more compared to 2 years ago. Say I parked about here but still wanted to continue shopping without getting a ticket. I would have to move within my allotted time, but then find another spot at least 500 feet away. That's all the way down there. Police say the rule is not new, but the new software makes it easier to enforce and issue a $55 ticket.
They're not as lenient as they used to be. because I think they seen the effect on the business.
Whitehead says it's a good thing, as long as it doesn't negatively impact customers. And Winter Park says there are no plans to bring in additional parking or even an additional parking garage. However, Rollins College is planning to build a new parking garage as part of an expansion project. Reporting live in Winter Park, Sierra Putman, Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Well, Ima Black is 96 years old and has told shipbuilders to hurry up so she can see the completion of this Navy destroyer, a ship she'll help christen next week. Ima Black's home is a museum.
This is when we were dating.
A museum of the life she built with her husband, Delbert. At 96, she still remembers first seeing him at a basketball game with friends.
Kiddingly said to them, I like number 13. I like his legs.
Those eye-catching legs led to a 50-year marriage. Sadly, Delbert died in 2000. Now, first thing in the morning, she sees the Navy destroyer being built in his name. She got the news a few years back.
The USS Delbert D. Black. That sounds good to me.
Here's video of the construction of the Delbert D. Black DDG-119, courtesy of Huntington Ingalls Shipbuilding Division.
It's going to be a lot of bells and whistles on it to keep up with a modern Navy.
Delbert Black was the first ever Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. He wanted the position to be a voice for enlisted men and women. Ima says some wanted him to fail, but he listened and heard the concerns of enlisted sailors and helped find solutions. Ima suggested he wear 3 stars.
And the office now is a huge success. The Master Chief of the Navy is at the Pentagon alongside the Secretary of the Navy and the Chief of Naval Operation, and they all work together for the good of the Navy.
And she was such a great interview. I can tell. She says that this ship isn't just for her or her husband, but all those enlisted sailors that he worked for.
Wow.
I like how she said she saw him and liked his legs. That's just, I knew I liked her then.
Yes, and obviously at this point we understand that her husband served in World War II, and she did too?
It's a crazy story. So he actually survived the attack on Pearl Harbor, and then she served in the Navy WAVES, which is the Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service. She said a recruiter came into the shop she was working for, and she knew that's how she was going to see the world. Wow.
That is quite the story. All right, Sierra, thank you so much.
You just got to love her.
Yep.
We told you